The Last of Us TV show, did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you play the game? I played the game and watched the TV show, and I have to say the TV show is quite inferior to the game. The game is so much better. I was making a video and I was pulling clips, and I thought, why not just show you the clips? Because essentially I think the major problems with the TV show were they didn't spend enough time with Joel and Ellie, they changed their characters for some reason, and there wasn't enough danger. So they wasted 3 episodes. Really, I would say, I guess two complete episodes they wasted, and then 1 episode was kind of just irrelevant. But they just wasted those episodes instead of building Joel and Ellie's relationship. They went to different storylines, and that's not to say that they were bad episodes. Like the gay storyline was really good. But one of my issues with it was that the gay storyline was sort of Joel and Ellie's relationship from the game, and then Joel and Ellie's relationship in the show was just this new thing that Neil Druckmann invented for the show. Which I get it, like some stuff, sometimes you have to change stuff for TV, but I think they were bad changes. And the third was the whole danger thing. Like they really didn't hit any quadriceps after the beginning. And to people I talked to, they either didn't finish the show, they haven't watched the finale yet because they don't care, or they were very meh about the finale. Like I heard like raves about episode 3 after, but like no raves after the finale. Not one. No one was posting about it. I didn't see anyone, and that's so sad. And that was my issue when I made my first video. Was I was afraid that the changes that they made were going to negatively impact the end, which was really like tied the whole thing together like so well in the game. So this is going to have spoilers for The Last of Us Part 1 and for the show The Last of Us. I might mention The Last of Us Part 2, but I'm going to really try not to give spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2, so you should feel safe. How did they change the characters for the show? I don't want to put like politics on it or agenda on it, but I will. It feels like they needed to make Ellie a girl boss who didn't need Joel, and Joel needed to be someone who was suffering from his toxic masculinity, which wasn't really a thing when this game was made like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, that wasn't like a conversation. It wasn't a problem. But I feel like Neil Druckmann, the creator of the game, especially after watching Part 2, you can see that he kind of sort of hates Joel because of that. And the beauty of the first game is that he is this father figure. Like, he really exemplifies this father figure. And Ellie really needs him, which we'll see from clips. So if me saying that thing didn't turn you off completely, let's see what we have here. Okay. So this is a scene after they get done with meeting the survivalist, who was the guy from episode 3. And they're in the car, and this scene exists both in the show and in the game.
I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
So I will add, in the game, Ellie steals. So that's kind of her, like, she swears a lot and she steals. As opposed to show Ellie where she just doesn't listen to anyone ever. Because she's a girl boss and she doesn't need anybody.
What else did you get?
Well, here. This make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time.
So, before we go on to the next clip, you see that he's kind of like playing back. She's like teasing him a little bit, and he's playing back. He's just kind of like joking back with her a little bit. He's the authority figure, and she's kind of breaking through his shell a little bit.
I got some.
First of all, she doesn't steal it. She just finds it, so she's not stealing.
I got something. Here. This make you all nostalgic?
This is actually before my time.
Right.
It's a winner, though.
So, what are the differences? When Ellie talks to Joel in the game, she sounds like his daughter already. She's like, come on, let me do this, whatever. In the show, Ellie is more like he's her friend who she's like being like, hey, what's up? She like hits him with the tape. Hey, what are you doing, And then, like I said, Joel, he plays back with her. But in the show, he's like, has this weird monotone, emotionless nothing when he responds. Like, listen again.
Actually before my time. I'm over the chest. This is actually before my time.
What does that even mean? What is his reading of that? I don't really understand. And I love Pedro Pascal. Don't get me wrong. I think it's the directing more than anything. But I think this is a good illustration. I mean, this is early in the show and in the game, and already you see Ellie and Joel have a really good relationship. They are like a playful relationship where she's like, come on, like you saw with when she's like, she wants his approval, but Ellie from the show doesn't need his approval. She doesn't need no man. And just more about this, like Joel in the game is like a stoic authority figure who is broken through with Ellie, who Ellie breaks through his shell. In the show, he is an unsure, traumatized, like raw nerve, and he doesn't want to open up for that reason. And you can see it here. Like, just look at it.
An algebra. Like, algebra. I stayed above.
Like, what is his face here? He's like afraid that she's gonna make him cry or something. Like, don't listen. She might make you cry. Like in the game, he would have been like, that's the worst joke I ever heard, and kind of like laugh a little bit back at her. But like in this, he's like a raw nerve that's getting exposed, and he's like trying not to let any emotions out because he might cry. I think that's like what it looks like to me. All right, so then we have the end of the show. This is episode 9. And again, in the game, Ellie needs Joel. She is not a girl boss who knows everything and knows more than Joel. She is someone who needs Joel to survive, and she appreciates him for that. And they work together, and then Joel wants to like help her. Joel wants to shepherd her through life. And then we see in the second game that like he did. Like he did a good job. I mean, well, if you played it, you know what I mean.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking.
Cut through that building to get around that stuff, find a skyscraper, go up and look around.
This is the relationship I'm supposed to be rooting for? She's like over it, and she's just like, mama, like she already knows what to do. She doesn't need him. I'm supposed to like feel that they are connected here, but then feel the connection here. This is from the same-ish part in the game.
Come on, jump.
You're gonna catch me?
I got you. See? You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
She's got attitude. She's swearing, but she is scared. She's a little girl, She's like she's making sure he's gonna catch her, and then she jumps, and then Joel's like, see, you didn't even need me. Joel is trying to like form her into like a good person, trying to make her so she can survive herself. But Joel from the show doesn't have the capacity for that. He's like a shell, and I think it's worse. What else we got? So in this scene, I mean, it's just more, I just don't understand these choices except to like make her into this girl boss, or she just disrespects him all the time. I don't like it.
2, up!
She grabs ladder for him and
Whoa.
almost smashes his face.
Damn it, Ellie!
So she almost smashes his face with the ladder. She has no respect for Joel at all. She doesn't care about him at all. 0. And then, so let's look at the same-ish part from the game. Well, first of all, this is right after she got traumatized, so she's sad. And let's see how he handles this.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you just kind of seem extra quiet today.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not. It's fine.
Just you kind of seem extra quiet today, so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
And here's the ladder.
Oh my God.
Whoa! What is it?
So she still drops the ladder, but she doesn't almost fucking kill him with it. It's differences like that are just so weird to me. Like, they use the exact same camera angles, the exact same music, the exact same most things, but then they like change the character so that she sort of resents and hates him. Like, even if she was being like traumatized, she wouldn't like just drop the ladder directly on his head. I don't know. What else we got? And then we have this moment. Check out the difference between this moment. So they find the giraffe in the game, and they have this beautiful little moment.
So, is everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.
Again, they're just together. They respect each other. He's trying to help her. She knows that he's there for her. She's trying to like have a stiff upper lip for him, but she knows that like it's okay to be sad, and he's like giving her that room. That's beautiful. So in the show, same scene.
Don't scare it.
I won't.
So in this one, it's instantly she is again commanding him, and he's, you know, like subservient to her. Like, I won't. You know, it's just the dynamic doesn't work. This, I don't know why they changed this dynamic to be like this, but it just doesn't work. And then look at her. She's like, yeah, I just told him what to do. Yeah. Like, I just don't see. I'm gonna do a spoiler for the second game, so if you haven't played the second game, stop listening. But I just don't see her like rampaging through the country for him in the next game. Like, she kills like every human essentially. I just don't see her doing that with this characterization, with the characterization from the show. I really did the characters a disservice. And it's not just because I'm like, I need Joel to be masculine. It's like, that relationship was so beautiful, you know? And it works. And they decided to change it for TV. Maybe it's because like they needed more of an arc or something, but I don't know. I feel like I had plenty of an arc on the show. I don't think I needed him to have like panic attacks. He just doesn't have the capacity to be this father figure that in the game he totally becomes. And the fact that he becomes the father figure is why he comes back for her and kills everybody in the hospital. Not just because she's a surrogate for his daughter, but because she is his daughter now. Not because it's like, oh, I saw you go through this trauma once. Like it seems like bullet points in the show. It's like, oh, I saw you go through the trauma. That means that now we're together and like we can go forward as father-daughter. It's like they never act like father-daughter at all. And from watching these clips that I've been looking at today, like throughout the whole game, it was like that. Throughout the whole game, he was this, again, father figure, and she was this kind of rambunctious kid who broke him out of his shell. And it was beautiful. And the game is beautiful. And the show was fine. Like, it was fine. It was mostly like the game, except in those like key areas that totally demolished the impact of the ending. Because again, like I did not hear anyone talking about the finale. Nobody. I didn't see, you know, it was not, like, popular culture was not talking about the finale, really. But after episode 3, they were talking about it, so I don't know. But I'm curious what you thought, especially if you didn't play the game and you watched the show. Did it work for you? Is it just because I'm being a fanboy? I probably am. But I appreciate you watching, and, you know, I'm going to watch the second season. I don't know how they can fix any of this stuff. I don't think they will. But I hope the second season is better. Also, it probably will be better because it will have lower expectations because nobody liked the second game. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment with your comments, and subscribe. Thanks.